Okay, so it's been a minute, been a good minute since I threw out my vlog one, and this is I'm gonna throw out all of these things and make all this content and stuff. Well, I promised you real people talk, and so I'm gonna give it to you real. Um, that was my intention, to go hard and get all this stuff out and make all these blogs, and thought it would really help me. But last year took a bigger toll on me than I was allowing myself to think it was. I was trying to be the stronger, bigger person and just be like, I got this. Next step, next chapter. I got my life in order, no problem. Like, let's do this. However, financially, things definitely were not in my favor in any way. Last year, like, it just was nowhere up. It was only just down. And coming out of a relationship that I thought was forever. I said yes and thought we were getting married um, for, well, 5 years ago now. Um, but that that didn't happen, didn't come to. And so my brain and my head and my life of where I was, literally this time last year, I was living in a house of seven, and four of them being our blended family of children. And then we also had five animals on top of that, and so much more. And we had um, other kids, and it's just, there was so much compared to the life that I have been living since. Not accustomed to it. Like, I've been single most of my life. So being alone and not being with somebody and not living with somebody, that's he my ex and I, that was my first um truly, like, I mean, I've lived with exes before, but this was like, oh, our world was like 4 years, but like kind of times 10. Like, it was like 40 years within 4 years. It was crazy. We endured a lot. So there was that. And then this world, this the sex world of just opening my eyes to so many things, and me being finally confident to just be able to say sex out loud, without worrying about what any of you think, because oh my god, it's just the word sex and everybody has it. And that's what has me, I'm writing my book, in which I still am. There was just a really big pause on there because I fell apart. I fell apart like, I was falling apart already during my last vlog, but then I really fell apart, and to the most that I've ever fallen apart in my life. So I just decided to not do any of that for a minute, and just, I was, I don't know, I was just so empty and had nothing and no drive and no, like, I had it in me. There was like this part of me inside, like, screaming, going, let's do this, we've got this, and we have all these people that are supporting us, and let's, and I know I'm good at what I do and what my message is for, and I know the timing is now, and everything is just so yes, yes, yes. However, my whatever took over my ability to even just get out of bed. Like, the strength to just get out of bed was not there for a while. And it got, yeah. However, that's not where I am now. And for a good month now. And I kind of even waited to put this out for, because I wanted to wait that, um, make sure it wasn't just my bipolar quick high of something, that it was, I was unsure if this feeling, starting to feel good and feeling myself and feeling the ability to do stuff and starting to help others, because that was a part of what has pulled me out of my hole, is being able to help others. Um, there's a couple others with their businesses and things that I'm doing, and it just enriches me and motivates me and inspires me to go back to my own stuff, because I know what I'm doing is with purpose, and there's it all happened for a reason. My relationship came to an end, and it was only what it was for the time it was, for a reason. And then when I came out of it, and how I came to be working at a sex shop last year for so long, um what that opened my world and changed my everything in the most positive ways, except for the company I worked for, and I no longer. They really screwed me over in so many ways. I'm not even going to get into, but the people, my customers that came, the the other people that just what came out of all of that changed my world and my life, to me understanding I needed that. Was there was a reason that all of that fell into place the way it did, and fell in the way, because I know that what I'm doing is for a good reason and good cause. As much as you all think that the topic of sex is so taboo, I know that there's a lot of you listening that are in the world that I am so appreciative and loving, that community that can say it loud and proudly without um, feeling guilt, or oh gosh, who's listening, or this is not the place to say the word sex, or any of those things. It's um, it's empowering. It's empowering to empower others with their confidence for themselves and their self worth and their self, um, just what they deserve, with their self-worth all around is what all of this is about. And it's time that people, there's a lot of negativity out there, and I'd want to show and share positive stuff, and that it's okay to talk about, because we haven't talked about it, and so many people haven't talked about it for so long. So that's, I know I'm kind of repeating my goal with this whole thing, but that, being able to do that, and with some business kind of minded, like some entrepreneurs and stuff, and that has brought out me from who I used to, like where I was stuck or whatever. I'm getting kerfuffled with what I'm saying. So let me just, oh, I also had a really great friend who gifted me with a pet, and I'm not supposed to have them, but no one will know. She's my Olivia, and she's a white albino rat. She's sleeping right now, but she came into my world, and just having a companion, anyone with a pet of any kind, even if it was just a fish in a bowl, like, I can't tell you. It was like all of you that experienced that COVID, um, if you were single and alone during COVID, and you were in quarantine, or all the people were in quarantine, those times, those months. Yeah, there was a lot of processing that was going on. And being the past year without any animals, after my whole circus, my whole world there, was not there anymore. And my son being 18 now, well, since last year, it's a different relationship of me not having to, you know, I'm momming, but I'm not, like, you, if you know what I'm saying. But yeah, so me getting a rat in January also was it was at the end of January, and definitely a big changer for me, having that companionship. Just, I don't know, silly, like someone to talk to, someone to be responsible for, because to be able to just take care of myself, I was practically impossible. I didn't know how to just be about me. I'm still working on that, but aren't we all? Isn't that the whole, game of life? And in that saying, I'm happy to say that I'm back. I'm ready to shoot out some content and get my stuff back going, because I know, like I said, what I'm doing, there's a reason and a purpose, and I know that I've helped some people already. And just in the times that I sat at those booths when I worked at when I had my own booth at the Taboo Show in November, and the beautiful, just captured moments that were with some beautiful people that I'll never hear or see, or who knows, maybe I will. They'll come and see me when they come to get my book signed when I finish writing my book. All that stuff. Like, I helped people through things that are so moving to me, and I know that I'm going to do this. So, but without ado, I also need all of your help. So if you are listening and you've stuck out to my whole blabber on for the last 11 minutes, I appreciate you for being supportive. And I would love any support in just the likes, the shares, the comments in the comment section, all of that algorithm stuff across whatever platform that you are watching this and catching this that I've shared. Please help me out. It would mean the world to me, because it ain't easy out here, let me tell you. It ain't easy, especially in the world that we're in today. So help me help others. There's my Patreon, by the way. I have a Patreon. Everything's in all my bios, my links in the bio, my link tree with it's patreon.com/real people talk. And that there's stuff that's happening if you want to chat with me. There's ways, or yeah, there's lots of options. There's so many ways that you can get involved. I am really across the platforms. So without going on any longer, I appreciate any help that I can get from you, and I thank you for just being here and listening after my big gap of time. And thank you for understanding and being back. Here's to the next one. I'll see you sooner than later than this last time. I promise, and I will not break, I promise.